Glory to God. In the early vision, I was walking in the midst of the people, and I heard a fame that the deputy is coming to the location where I was, and it was a very big preparation. People are preparing, a lot of people are preparing, and it was amazing thing actually in that town. It wasn't that big town, but I saw people preparing, and it was something like a church hall. Yes, it was a hall, and it was a church hall. I could see the podium, I could see everything, and I didn't concentrate to see anything else. I just saw a lot of people, and in my spirit, in that vision, I was very young, not very young, but young in even identity, to be known who am I, even in recognition. I was very young, so I didn't know in my spirit. In that vision, I had longing that I want to meet deputy president, because in that vision I heard that he wanted to be the president of this nation. And I was glad, I was happy, and I wrote a paper. Glory to God. A paper, small paper. It was torn. It was torn in a book. It was not that big paper. I can tear my book here just for assembling. It was a paper like this. And I wrote some things. I wrote somewhere here that, will you be our president? That's what I wrote, that will you be our... I said, please be our president. It was, please be our president. And I said, I want to present this by myself to the deputy president, Mr. Ruto. I didn't think politically by then. You know, when you're in the vision, it was just a message. That's all. So in that vision, I saw a high movement of people coming in. The population was too much, and he came in. And when he approached the door, I pushed people and I handed the paper to him. When I handed the paper to Mr. Ruto, or Dr. Ruto, the deputy president of Kenya, I saw him smile for a second, and he changed his face, and his face was so bitter. I didn't know what I've done. He looked at me, and I was afraid, and I ran out of that hall. I never knew what was happening. When I ran out of that hall, I went to my house to sleep. When I was in my house to sleep in that vision again, my spirit was separated from my body. My body remained resting, but my spirit was taken back to oversee. You know, when your spirit is taken to a place, you can see everything, but they can't see you. So I was in that place, and I was asking God, why is he angry? And God took me to him in the spirit, and I saw something strange happen. God, number one, told me that the paper was anointed. The moment I touched it, the paper was anointed. And the moment I handed over to Mr. Ruto, the deputy president, it was a light. There was darkness against him, and therefore that light and darkness met, and that's why he felt happy the first and felt angry, because the spirits that fighting him realized that there's something anointed about this paper, and they wanted him to act against me. And I said, okay, God, but I thought it was good news just to tell him that, please, will you be our president? And God told me to stand and wait. While the deputy president was standing straight, I saw water coming through his legs, down to the sole of his legs. Water was coming. I saw water was coming, and I was surprised. What is happening? The water was so crystal clear, very clean water. And the deputy president was still very angry, and the water was coming. And God measured the water for me. It was around 20 liters that came out of his leg. And while the water was coming, at a given time, I saw some particles, dark particles coming. And they were coming, and they were coming, and they were coming with the water. It's like the water was doing washing. The moment it touched the anointed paper, the water was doing a lot of washing. The things were coming out of his body. And I went back. My spirit went back to where my body was. And in that vision, I saw the deputy president, because of that anger, sent his chief security to me, and they came to search for me. While I opened the door, even before they opened the door, God told me that they are coming for you. And I was angry in my spirit. And when I saw the security officer spoke curse in that vision, I spoke curse over him. And when I spoke curse against him, there were two people. The chief security immediately, his right leg got